Hey folks, Dr. Groovy here, Scott Grove, GroovyMusicLessons.com with a 1981 Yamaha SSC 500. That's this guy. Some of you old Deadheads, fans of the Grateful Dead, are looking at this thinking, I've seen Jerry Garcia play this guitar before. You're close. There was a time that he borrowed an axe very similar. It was the Yamaha SSC, but it was the 1200 model. So very close to this, which was just simply a instead of that heel, it was a neck through, and then it had some kind of rounder bean-shaped or oval-shaped fret markers. So it was actually a guitar they borrowed while their gear was on their way elsewhere, so they were known to do that a lot, just borrow some axes and so forth. So this is not like a little Wolfie or anything. This is just very close to it. So same exact finish, same pickups, same everything, just the SSC 1200 had those two little tiny differences. Otherwise, this would look like the same exact axes you've seen Garcia with. Okay, give you the specs on this thing, and then I'll ask for a little help for anybody that has it. There's not many specs really here. Solid alder body, the 3 single coil rail pickups. There is no reverse winding or anything. There's an on and off switch for each one, so there's no reverse polarity or reverse anything, so it's just hum city all the way. Anybody wants to know when that all began was 1976, when Fender first did a polarity winding thing to shut the buzz up and at least have 2 positions that were quiet, but not on this guitar yet. Okay, again, the alder body. We do have an actual, which is cool to show you, a maple neck here and rosewood fingerboard, of course. But this one has, being that these are single coils, it has a push-push coil tap setup. Yes, coil tap. Remember, humbuckers can be coil split and go from a humbucker to a single coil. They can be coil tapped, but you never see it. 99.999% of the time, they will not be coil tapped ever, no matter what you read or hear. Usually it's just Gibson or any other company that is just fucked and they don't know any better. Dillian, same way, they'll always put coil tap when it's actually a coil split. Gibson, just everybody does it, but they are not interchangeable. It's just like saying I have a penis and I have a vagina, being, they're kind of the same thing. They're reproductive organs. No, they are very different things, okay? So on single coils, you can have coil tap. Coil tapping is when you are winding the pickup. These particular ones are tapped at 2/3 of the way, so they have a certain amount of windings. Let's say there's 900 windings, or 900, let's say there's 90,000 windings. These are actually, there's a wire placed 2/3 of the way, so it's 60,000 windings. Okay, and you'll get the sound of 60,000 windings when you push the tone knob. Push it again, and you'll get the 90,000 windings sound. So that's exactly what a coil tap is. You tap into it at a certain amount of windings that is, of course, not all the way wound, so you get less volume and you get a more trebly pickup. Okay, so you can switch this into that, and then on these, when it has coil taps, the general thing is to give you, yes, that over wrapped thing that actually is not good. So when these are not coil tapped, they are actually kind of muddy and too loud. Okay, so they're trying to kind of do a pseudo humbucker sound without putting a humbucker in. So the more you wind a coil or a pickup, some people think, oh man, it's going to get louder and louder, but it gets shittier and shittier sounding. The treble just goes away with it. And then you're like, oh, I can just throw a treble bleed in. No, overwinding a pickup, you can't fix it other than to unwind it. Okay, so that's what's in here, is a push-push. And that's what Gibson's doing in 2016 with their guitars, which people will hate Okay, they've been doing the coil splitting for a few years now, since 2009, with the Gibson Les Paul Traditional Pro, and they also had the ES 339 Traditional Pro and the Explorer and the Flying V that were 9/10 the size. All that time they had it, but they were always push-pull, so you could tell where they were at. If the knob was out, they were, coil split. If it was down, so be it. But now Gibson's going to what this is, and you push it and it stays down, and you push it again and it stays down. So you cannot look at it and know where it's at. You just have to listen to it and hope you notice the difference in the sound. So that's really going to piss a lot of Gibson owners off. They do something every year to piss everybody off, especially with the Les Pauls. Last year they did the best things, I thought, putting in the 0 fret and, the metal nut, and, except for they did that real shitty, well, here's Les Paul's signature on the headstock when he was 118 years old, all scribbled up there. The year before they put that big 2014 banner on there, and everybody hated that. Now they're going to hate the push. Okay, so again, that's what's on here. Master volume, master tone. Let's get this down here by my bone, or you can see the guitar. Anyway, I know some of you look at my bone. I've got some weird messages. Master volume, master tone, coil tap on these two pickups only, not the middle one. How's that for flipping weird? Okay. So only these two, not the middle. And again, nothing is reverse wound, so it's full buzz, if you have buzz. Fairly ragtail looking bridge, but at least it goes through the top. Looser, slinkier feeling strings that way. 22 frets. Typical Les Paul style headstock thing, so you deal with your typical problems at the nut. Just make sure you file it good and have it good. There's the back. Okay, nice tummy cut. Feels really good, and especially for that time period. And it was just another great Yamaha thing. If anybody out there has the Yamaha things where I'm missing the gear covers on these 3 tuners, and they say Yamaha Japan, I need 3. Okay, so if you have those or the tuners, let me know. I'd be happy to purchase them from you. Okay, let's check this puppy out. Again, I'm going through just the Johnson J station, no external effects. People ask if I'm using my volume pedal or nothing. None of these reviews have I, since I started going with this mic system. I'm always going through this, no amplifiers, no outboard compressors, no volume pedals, no anything. It's just straight guitar into this little modeling box, and from there into a little PV board, from there into, directly into the back of the sound card and going straight into Audacity. So I'm not using any other program other than Audacity to do this with. Okay, so I'm going to go through all the different pickup combinations. I'll just let you know what they are. So let's just go to the bridge pickup. Okay. Okay, let's put these two on. Okay, do you know what I hear? I hear a little bit of noise. So that means I'm not even going to You guys are going to freak, but it's quite alright. Deoxit D5 is the only stuff you should ever use to squirt anything with. I'm going to squirt it right here down the switches. No little thing, put it all over the body. It doesn't matter. It makes no difference. You can spray it on anything except for nitro. You can't put anything on nitro except for a match. That's all my nitro is good for. I do that just to piss people off. Why? Because I can. And hey, it makes a great polish. Again, except for nitro. Okay, what's wrong with nitro? Nitro sucks. You're like, yeah, but Alexa, your guitar looked like 300 years old in about 3 days. That's why I said nitro sucks. Anyway, so I get to flick my switches. And my dirt will be gone forever and ever. Amen. Okay, so now back to those two pickups being on. And move my microphone away from my flipping hair. I know I could just put my hair behind me since you're not having to look at it. That's a earpiece up against the microphone. I'm sure you enjoyed that. Especially if you had this shit blasting. Okay, so the middle and the bridge pickup again. Coming at you. See, noise gone. Okay, all three pickups. Okay, so they're all down. So three pickups. Now the middle and the neck. Now the neck. Okay, and now something we don't normally get to do. We get to hear the neck and the bridge, just like a telly. Leave the middle pickup off. Okay? Okay, so that is all of that. That was with the entire time with the pickups at full overwound. I'm messing with my fucking microphone again. I will find a way to fix that some year after all this is done. Okay, now let's hear the Coil Tap. Okay, I'm going to put it on the bridge pickup. Now let's see what happens. Right there, it's full wound, like, you know, say 90,000 raps, you know. Now we'll notice the thinner sound when I push it again. That will be, you know, 2/3 of the winding. So the volume will go down, but your treble will return. Now we're going back to the regular sound of full wound. Okay, so big difference. Do the same thing at the neck pickup. This is going to be... Okay, right now we are on full wrappings, so like 90,000. I'm just using the number. Now let's do a little bit of that again, then I will coil tap it. Okay, so the coil tapped sound is much more musical for me. But for you, you might like the little boost, but it's very strange. Here's, again, with the coil tap on the neck pickup. Now, full winding. Tap. So just not as muddy and grumpy, you know. I just like it twangy, kids. So you have that option, but it could be used for like the woman tone, that kind of thing, and then roll your tone off. So give it the full winding, and let's do that. Let's give it the full deal. Roll off the tone and throw in a little distortion. Of course, that isn't the right sound for Freebird, but yeah, you can see how you can get the woman tone, leave in the thing without tapping it, and so forth. So now if we were to do full telly sound, again, with the bridge and the neck, okay, they are both fully wound. Now it's coil tap, both of them. Back to full. Okay, so the brighter one is coil tapped. So hopefully you guys have an actual real idea what tapping is. And again, you cannot coil split a single coil. And you will not see a coil tapped humbucker. Trust me. So if you hear anything from the UK, no, they're wrong. Okay? Okay, anyway, so that's the guitar. And it is extremely cool. As you could tell, it is quite quiet because my little unit has a gate on it. Otherwise, you would hear the hum. But I don't play without gates, and it's built in here, so that's why I do have it, because it's a beautiful thing. Let me give you a straight Stratty sound, and let's turn on, yeah, let's do everything wide open. Let's go to a crunch sound, okay? Okay, so now you're messing with the son of a bitch. Okay, Nazareth, Scott Grove here with the almost Jerry Garcia guitar. Again, the 1981 Yamaha SSC 500. Just a kick-ass axe that you can still have for a decent price. Go out, get you one today. Groovy Music Lessons. Dr. Groovy. Come over to the site now since everything's off YouTube. Be cool, kids. Bye.